Let's train all the
Okay,
dice.
those-
But the beans are all blue for some reason.
Okay, so now, Steven, you're going to have to... Oh, that's not
You have to do
Steven.
it again.
You have to do it again because you're
Live now.
live now.
You're live?
And Chipper is in the chat, so you're going to have to show off all of the snacks.
All
All of the
snacks.
snacks.
So many
All right.
snacks.
So, Doritos, if you want to sponsor us.
Please,
Um,
please.
We have Doritos 3D Crunch. Chili
3D?
cheese nacho flavored. Not like
Woohoo! Hello.
chili cheese nachos. Oh, I missed one actually, so it's good that we're going through this again. I have Smart Sweets that are 3 grams of sugar per bag that are Sour Blast Buddies. They look like sour gummy bears. My daughter actually picked those out. She was really excited because they look like gummy bears. We have restaurant-style white bean chips, but all the beans on the package are actually blue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tired yo.
White.
False
have-
advertising.
Protein chips that
It could be
are
white on the inside. You
ranch
don't know.
flavored.
Yeah.
They're kind of weird. And plantain chips that have Acapulco lime, alpaca lime,
Alpaca.
And-
Oh.
Brad's Bucks County, USA, crunchy kale vampire killer nutrient dense kale chips.
I'm about to
Vampire
tear it.
Wow, that
killer
is-
needed
that
to
is
have lots of
a-
garlic?
I think it means there's lots of
That
garlic.
is a mouthful.
So anyway, we are not sponsored by any of these
Some
things,
cheese
but they are.
Oh, and cheese curds.
Cheese
So we are, but we do have snacks around the table. So Chipper, in honor of you. Also,
Good job.
Trying to give it to Brayden.
Nat made cookies.
Yes, I was.
Can vouch they are delicious.
They
You know
are
how he is with
delicious.
names.
Yeah, they haven't
I'll
gotten
be
me yet,
munching on
but
those
they
as we
will
go.
eventually at some point in the night.
Anyway,
I'm saving that.
Like
for-
now.
Like now.
Yes.
anyway, welcome to tonight's game.
It's fine. I hate snacks. I love that she comes in and trolls herself.
Right? It's 'cause of Steven.
So welcome to tonight's session. We do have everyone around the table tonight, so yay!
Yay!
this is-
It's been too long.
Everyone
2 weeks.
Except Nate, yes.
Oh,
Everyone except Nate.
We have all
That
of our
can't be
active
helped.
characters.
Everyone that can be here is here.
Yeah.
This is Casual Cactus, and you are watching the Glassbreakers Guild, our weekly D&D
Why did
session.
that sound like you were about to go? What? You're watching the Disney Channel. Bum.
Not sponsored by Disney.
Not, definitely not.
No, never in a million years.
No, but
They have some like kick at the end.
so this is our weekly, usually weekly D&D game. We're a bunch of nerds that get together and play D&D, and we stream it on the internet, so you guys can watch it and make fun of us as we go.
They're like bugles.
A few quick reminders and announcements, as always. All of our video content winds up on the YouTubes. I'm not going to make you try and remember all of that. Easiest thing to do is just go to YouTube, search for Casual Cactus, Casual with a C, Cactus with a K. You can find all of our content. Everything that we do does wind up there. This campaign, the previous full-length campaign that we did, Danny has done one full campaign and is working on a second. We've got one-shots, we've got extra content. Anything we do video-wise does wind up there. So go check that out. If you're not already a subscriber over there, do hit the like and subscribe. Ring the little bell icon. You'll always know when we put those videos up. And you'll help us grow that platform as well as this one. Haven't given them a shout out in a while, but I will go ahead and
I'll go
shout
first.
out panstreams.co.uk. They were super cool guys. They were providing us with some sound effects and music previously. Haven't used them in a while. I hit the wrong button. We do also have our Discord server up and running. That is a fantastic place for you guys to go to check out all of the announcements that we make between sessions and to interact with us when we're not here on the stream. Kyrie also puts announcements up when she does her creative streaming, which she does fairly regularly. So keep tabs on that, and you'll know what's going on with her, and you'll know what's going on with us as well.
Kinda like-
All right.
It's like cheesy. It's
So,
like cheesy kale, but
with all of the
really dry.
with all of the snacks
Yeah, it was
around the
good.
table, this is the part of the night where I will ask for a recap. Who would like to tell us what happened last week?
My version will be very condensed, but I can give it.
Okay.
Well,
So
Okay.
we will do that
We'll
then.
collaborate.
So
And listen.
we'll stop collaborating. Yes. So
The only thing I could throw at you is the cheese curds, but I'm waiting on those.
razzmatazz. So we wake up after our night's rest in the stone cabin remains
Hmm.
stuff. Carry on about our way, and as we are doing the hobbit walking thing,
Hobbit walking?
yeah, this is like 90% of the Lord of the Rings, while excellent is people walking.
Oh, like those montages of just like walking over
And
places.
they're walking.
Yes.
And they're walking.
And that's also the book. I mean,
Yeah.
so
No, I just have never heard that term before. So.
yeah, hobbit walking. So we were hobbit walking for quite some time, before discovering that there were. Was it you that saw them first, or Ymir, the kobolds?
Kobold?
Inger saw the kobolds. He saw the statues.
I saw the statues, yeah.
Okay, so Ymir saw that there were kobolds, red kobolds in the distance, in mass, which kind of made us believe that that might be the group that was traveling with Lars and company.
We assume, but we don't know.
We talked a lot about assassination. We never actually decided whether or not we were going to pull the trigger because we want to confirm that Lars is in fact there and make sure that we, feel like we have a smart way to do it. But as we are venturing forth, we also see a stone campsite, a circle that looks like a campsite of dwarves at one point in time. That had been turned to stone. At first it just looked like statues, got closer, that was way too detailed. So yes, we saw a campsite of dwarves that had been turned to stone and started noticing that all of the well, not all of the birds, but many of the birds in the trees and like other life there all were looking up and turned to stone. In Simi's mind, this means that there is a strange stone-shaping murder pigeon somewhere. Yep. So she is quite nervous about this.
He's like, I'm gonna pull myself.
Was it you that had the idea for the sled thing? I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
We decided that we were going to try to expedite the process and get ahead of the gaggle of kobolds by having Mizu create a sled with some help
sorts.
from us. Yeah, kind of like a combo sled raft, which tomfoolery happens, and we ended up.
It wasn't tomfoolery.
No.
What happened was the natural end point of that idea. That idea continued to its natural ending.
Yes, where crash. And he fell in, and I tentacled him out. I don't think he realizes
doesn't
that yet.
know.
Yep. Like apparently Nessie just fished him out of the water or something.
He hasn't stopped to think about it.
Yep. And you two went back to collect the raft when it got caught it up in some ice downriver, and we decided we were going to stop for the night, and I think that's where we ended, right? Like we stopped for the night.
We ended with Inger saying sister.
That was not in gear.
Yeah.
I know it's
Yeah,
not
the-
Inger, but through Inger we heard
Oh, yeah.
sister.
Yeah, something said sister, and
Right.
that's where we ended.
Right. And Spencer was like, bruh.
So yeah, that's where we left off.
All right.
You're gonna eat it, really?
Anybody else have anything they want to add?
I didn't take good notes.
I wasn't here.
We had, I guess we had a discussion about wanting to burn Costas to the ground effectively.
Yeah, raise it to the ground.
Yep.
It turns out Milo's more of an anarchist than Simi.
Yeah. Which
Well,
honestly I find a little surprising, but yeah.
My ancestor is
Yeah, like-
Imus, so
As I say, it's not surprising at all.
I know.
So I
and
think,
got a lot of inspiration, so I was funny.
You were just
What I said?
you were just going at
You were on
Acherai
it.
all night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lizard babies.
Oh
forgot.
yes, lizard babies. And on that note,
Yeah, pick them away.
Hey,
And
mark it on
there
your
it
bingo
is.
card. Someone started their stream on their phone without the sound
That was
on.
TikTok.
yeah, because that's so much better.
It was already on, and so when I opened my phone, it started playing.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Phone noises.
Yeah, phone noises at the top of the stream.
You missed
Check.
your phone.
Mark it on your bingo card.
All right.
I'm about to
So,
go snacking again, but I'm about to be crucial to this part of the story, so.
sister,
Um,
And you're the only one that heard that, right?
am I the only one?
you are the only one that
Okay.
heard that.
I assumed, but I wasn't sure.
Turn to me. Hello? Through
New dragon. Who dis?
New Dragon Lucas.
Sister, is that you?
No.
You start to feel something moving within you.
Ah.
And
Ah.
and it reaches out through Ingir,
Okay.
and you feel the connection made. And you don't hear the words, but you get a sense of affirmation.
Okay.
And what follows next is almost a blur to you. It happens so fast, so fast,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do
and that you have a hard time following it.
can I do like a Constitution or Wisdom save to just like keep my wits about me?
Yes.
Constitution or Wisdom? Because it's gonna be better by one.
Make it a wisdom save.
Oh, good. It's the higher one.
It is a very near thing, but you do manage to. I mean, you manage to sort of hold on to yourself in this deluge of interaction.
Okay.
For the rest of you, I don't remember if you guys were having a conversation or not.
think
Me
we
and
were
Cindy were
watching
on
this.
watch.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
The rest of us are sleeping.
in that case, Simi, make me an insight check. Because I don't remember if you guys were having a conversation.
We were having a conversation.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. We were in the middle of it when it happened.
Oh, no. 11?
It's not hard.
But I am in
It would be very hard to miss the fact that during the middle of this conversation, Milo goes stock still. His eyes kind of glass over, and he's just kind of standing there, staring off into space.
Hello? Milo? Woo!
So you are getting a sense of this exchange taking place between vast intelligences.
Okay.
But you also get a sense that even for that, there's missing parts.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
So one of these pieces you are familiar with. You've lived with it now for several months, and there was something familiar about it even then because you kind of sensed it from Mom.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is similar but also different. It seems a lot more sort of it's weird because yours is very fluid anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This one feels
Rigid.
more fluid.
Uh-oh.
More fluid.
Uh-oh.
You've done it now.
Oh no.
And from this other entity,
More fluid. Oh.
from this other entity, you feel sort of this rising sense of, at first, curiosity, and then concern, and then not quite too, but bordering on panic. And then you feel sort of some sort of explanation that goes by you like too fast to follow.
What?
And then all of the concern and panic drops away, like just completely drops out and is replaced by a very cold, very methodical, very logical rage. It doesn't seem to be directed at you. And in fact, you start to feel the entity you are familiar with sort of pulling you further into the conversation.
Okay.
And it's still like so far above you that you're only... It's like...
It's like you're listening to parts of a god talk.
It's like you've taken a foreign language in high school and you're suddenly like dumped into the place where the language is spoken after years of not using it.
Yeah.
You are only catching like snippets here and there. But you get a very clear sort of understanding that the power being funneled into you was a gift.
Mm-hmm.
The power being funneled into the other was stolen. And you get the
Right.
idea that the sense of rage is toward that. And for a very brief instant, you get a sense that the entity you are familiar with sends out basically a quick ping, a locator ping.
Okay.
Great.
And the other entity, almost like someone has finally tuned the radio to just the right spot. I'm coming. And the connection drops.
Milo!
And you come back to yourself.
That can't be good.
The fact that you just had a seizure?
Oh,
I agree.
It might be worse than that.
Beg your pardon? Heart attack? What
No.
was that?
Let me put it this way. I hope it was a seizure because I wish I was dead because whatever it is angry and on its way here.
Oh, beg your pardon?
Oh, we already lost one party member to madness.
That's fast.
So, something just connected with me? Mentally. And,
This is an
Do
awkward
I-
conversation when you look like my
do
brother.
I get the sense it can move fast?
You have no idea.
Oh, good.
You could guess
So, Brayden was panicking during when you were saying that. Which one is on its direction towards me?
More fluid than water.
That honestly doesn't help that much.
Because air, and fire. Now, would this burn me or push me?
All you eliminate.
I gave you what I gave you.
Okay.
True.
Oh, stolen. I think the fire one might have found me.
So the shard of something is guys.
So
Guys, I'm gonna go over new development. Something knows Milo is here, probably the fire thing, and it is on its way.
But I've been asleep for like 25 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry.
You see what you've done.
Yes.
You see
Yeah.
what you've done.
Yes, I do.
You didn't even mean to.
That's okay. I will work with what I've got.
So are we moving now?
I don't know.
Over there. Okay.
Yeah.
He's just taking out the wall.
It's fine.
For just a second, it sounded like he was crawling up the stairs. It was like,
It's
what?
I'm off to college, mother.
You shut your mouth.
No, Brayden, no.
I'm gonna force feed you Toy Story 3 for the rest of your life.
I like that movie. What's wrong with that one?
You won't after the 40th time.
So you feel like we need to book it now?
Keith,
Tell us what
am I blowing this out of proportion or?
Are you blowing what up?
Are you?
I don't know. I was panicking.
Then you're panicking. Sorry. I got nothing that I can do to help you.
You're acting it out really well.
Okay, so are we leaving like right now?
I mean, can we even? Is there a point?
No,
Then
Oh.
probably not. Just, I wasn't gonna bring it up to you guys at the moment because you were sleeping and we've got other stuff to do. But
no, I think we needed to be awake for this. I just don't think we can run.
no,
Sorry, I'm a little late to the party. What are we running from?
A shard.
Apparently,
I thought we were running towards those.
but this one's angry.
apparently there's
you?
an angry one now headed our direction because
And
why?
I don't know
What did
why.
you do? What did you say?
I
What did you
didn't do
say?
anything.
He
Ingir,
went catatonic
Ingir
for a
just
minute.
turned to me and mentally went, "Sister," and then I got sucked into like
Sister.
two minds having a talk.
Okay, remember what happened to
That's way more
Castian
cheese.
when he sort of started losing his marbles?
Yes.
Are you feeling like that? How many
Would
how many-
he know?
how many mouths do you see?
One.
Shadow.
Not helping.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, so the shard is now coming here?
Whatever it was, my patron pinged my location, which is here,
He dropped a Google pin like right here.
Okay.
like a map pin.
And so you want to run away from it because...
That's what I'm saying.
It's very angry.
I mean, aren't they all?
Well, the water one is somewhat nicer. This one was just like a deep anger.
So are we gonna try to fight this thing?
I don't think it's like I don't think. I hope it doesn't appear in like the next hour or two.
So aren't we trying to collect all these?
But yes,
I'll catch them all.
So
I was just thinking it, thank you.
This just means we don't have to walk as far?
Maybe.
maybe,
Possibly.
possibly. I don't know.
Wait. Okay, so
Fine, I'll put on my armor.
fire. You've got water. What else do we have? We've got
Wind and earth.
wind and earth. Do we know anything about wind and earth yet?
Until the fire
Earth
nation
is
attacked.
underneath where we're going.
Are we sure?
Yes.
What if something's earth-y?
What?
Keith put something in the chat.
Yeah.
This is the same thing that's gonna happen when you did this to me last. I'm gonna misinterpret things again.
That's what he does. That he likes to make us misinterpret things.
I don't want to
And more
misinterpret
specifically you.
anything.
What if the Earth shard is what is causing all of the things to turn to stone?
Maybe, who knows?
But you seem reasonably confident that it's fire. It talks.
Spend this whole session waiting for this shard to show up.
This is why he would not answer you earlier when you asked how far.
So Mal's got his armor on and he just gets his bow out, sort of knocks an arrow, and then just lays back down.
Okay, do we have an ETA?
No.
So we could potentially go back to sleep. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you can go back to sleep.
But
But I
Being ready?
appreciate the warning. I'm
Okay,
going
good.
to be ready.
sorry
Yes.
about the waking up thing.
No,
So.
I'm glad you woke me up. I would have been more angry if you hadn't woken me up. If there's no ETA.
Well, do you need anything?
Yeah, I guess, are you
No,
okay?
I'm fine.
It sounds like a lie, but...
Wait.
I just need to go back and see if I misinterpreted something.
So,
Would you feel crash guidance?
Thanks.
On my
so
rope?
your patron. So wait, so people can now find you with magic?
Right.
I mean,
I think they always could.
No.
From my magic.
Oh.
Dragon med, yes, that I realized that a while ago. My mother can keep tabs of me.
Crash
It's just that
Ben?
probably I haven't checked.
You don't
but
think that was your mother talking or anything, do you?
Your mother's
no.
sister.
And I think Brendan is now realizing what that was.
Maybe we'll have a piece together.
Would you like to fill everyone else in?
Yes.
Yes.
Do so. Please.
Our lovely friend, the fire. Fire. What is the word? The one that is associated with the fire one.
The bearer of the fire
The
shard.
the bearer of the fire shard. Now knows where I am. Or did I get it wrong again?
Oh.
Keith, help!
Can I speak in here?
Above
out
table.
of character.
Please help me.
It didn't ping your location, Brayden. It pinged its location. As in its location in Costas. And presumably the air one is pissed that your mother is stealing power from it and is coming to cause all sorts of chaos.
To cause its destruction event.
Why am I a dumbass?
That's why I was like, we're gonna spend the whole game waiting for this shard to show up at camp.
And it's just
And
not
it
gonna
is
show
not
up.
coming.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So rewinding a bit.
No. You
No, no,
calmed
no,
down
no.
out of your panic and you realized.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. The air one.
Ding! The candle goes on above your head.
I need to listen better.
You need to panic less.
Okay. So I've stopped panicking. The voice in my head has informed me what has happened. So I guess the air one pinged
Nope.
the air one pinged the
Nope.
No, stop.
Okay.
Was it the air one that found? Was it air that found? Was the connection between the two? Or?
Water showed air where it is.
Okay. Whatever you guys need to know, I say it because I don't know how to convey it. It wasn't even a bad Monday today. I don't know what's going on.
It's okay.
And at this point, Simi's the only one that's listening to you, unless
Mizuki
Killian's
is.
still up. He's
Oh,
still listening.
okay.
Mizuki is still.
He's
Okay.
trying to figure
She
out
casts
if he needs to
guidance.
prepare for the imminent
casts
arrival.
guidance.
No, we don't
on
need to
Milo
prepare for
to
the
help
imminent
him
demise.
out.
So,
Because clearly he needs it.
what?
Clearly, she wasn't sure what else to do.
Nothing.
So if I understood that right,
Mm-hmm.
the shard that nobody knew where it was is now going to Costas.
Yeah.
So,
That's yep.
Huh. Well, that's both good and bad.
Okay. So, why do you think it's good and bad? I agree, but I want to make sure I understand
So
all of
it's
the
good
things.
because now we know where it is.
Yes. Okay.
It's bad because when it shows up, it's going to unleash some sort of terrible cataclysmic disaster on the seat of the Empire.
Which
So are we now?
is both good and bad in and of itself.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Which is a good thing on the one hand, but also not a good thing on the other hand.
There's a lot of people there.
Oh,
Woohoo!
thank you,
Thank
Two
you.
Waffles.
Thank you for the gifted sub.
hello.
Thank you,
Spence.
Spencer.
You're awesome. I'm pretty sure it's the same.
So every time I read his name,
That's a gifted for once.
That's
every
awesome.
time I read his name, I read twat waffles instead of 2A waffles.
Of course you do.
Does he know this?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I also wasn't the first one to tell him that.
Anyway, so it's good because now we know where it is. It's bad because cataclysmic world-ending events tend to not be good for anyone.
Okay, so
Also, the collapse of society as we know it is not a plus.
does
No.
I
this?
mean, your society kind of sucks. Actually, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Does do you feel like this should change our course of action right now?
Oh, heavens no.
Okay.
The Earth one is like right over there,
Okay.
and the capital's all the way on the other end of wherever. No.
So
Yeah,
we
it's
try
about
and get
2
the
months
Earth
away.
one, and then we book it like all get out to Costas afterward. What's the plan for after we get this one?
Let's get this one first and see what happens.
That's fair. So.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I've stumbled
This
the
one
plot
first.
enough. If you want to, I'll go back to bed.
Yeah, maybe let me know if you start feeling an inkling like something's talking in your head again before you go catatonic, so I don't think you're having a seizure.
Yep, I'll try that next time.
Okay. Well, I'll try that next time.
We'll finish our watch and then
What watch were you guys on?
I think we're on the last watch.
Yeah, you guys were on third watch. So the day you guys finish watch, day dawns
Ooh,
on you
woke
guys.
us up like an hour before our alarm.
Sorry.
So
Sorry.
awful.
That is kind of awful. We're the worst, man.
So Mel wakes up and he has like an arrow head just sort of like imprint in his head where he falls asleep.
That's.
All right. So do we continue on the river?
Picks up a snowball and just. It's not a snowball. It's just a bunch of snow.
Do we feel like the river was faster last
It
night?
was definitely faster.
Okay.
And we should be able to see a little bit better.
I don't think seeing was the problem.
No, if we'd been able to see, we could have stopped. Also, if we have communication problems again.
I did the best that I could.
No, I'm not saying you didn't.
You were looking directly at me.
I'm
You're
saying
very attacked.
I was getting conflicting directions, and I trusted yours, and I ended up in the water.
Do you want me to punch him for you?
I mean, what's the point? You saved him.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just punching him for the Fine.
Anyway, so we put up this white sheet and we book it. Unless anybody has direct objections that have a plausible solution.
If it gets us there faster, I would say faster is the
Faster, hopefully ahead of the army. That's the big thing. Because if we have to cross behind the army, we lose.
Not
Do you have a way to
necessarily.
get us there faster?
No, I just don't know if I agree with the premise that getting there after the kobolds means we lose.
I mean, then we can't get in. If they are covering our entrance, are you planning on fighting through the army?
We might not have to fight through the army.
So, I doubt that the entire army is going to be standing at the door,
Yeah.
Why not?
because they have to scour an entire city just like we do.
Yes.
But then we're going in and amongst an entire army split up into platoons where we have to fight platoon after platoon. I just think that we want to get there first.
I think both have their downsides, and
Because if we can get
ultimately
there
it's
and
not
turn
my
on
call.
the defenses, I think that our job will be a whole lot easier.
If the defenses work.
I mean, they definitely did before.
Wait, what?
You and I both went through that blasted tomb.
Yeah, but that's not the same as the
No,
city.
it is not. But, I mean, it is built by the same people.
If we get there before the army, we have to rush through and try and find stuff in the city.
Bit my toe.
Oh.
If we get there before the army, we have to rush through and find things with an army at our heels.
Oh my
And when if we encounter them, they're likely to start sending more of their people our way. If we get there after them, they might get there faster and we'll probably have to fight more of them, but we can take them on our own terms, and it's unlikely that we're going to get the entire army sent after us all at once. Either way, I don't think it matters. I do think that sled thing is incredibly unsafe.
That's a bit
But, I mean, if we're
presumptuous
just
coming
walking,
from you.
Well, no, because if you look at our map, if we are just walking straight to our end point, which, can we get the end point on the map again?
Certainly.
You'll just move us up to the teeny bit.
Oh, and I am looking at the wrong one. Sorry, guys. 1 sec.
Wander in every which way.
Sorry, I'm really bad at reading maps.
Nope, you got it upside down.
Oh, wait, so this is north?
No, those are mountains, not
Oh,
not,
wait, I thought
not
that was
valleys.
directions. Why do they always put these dragons at the end of the map?
There's more than just
Tomorrow.
dragons.
Here there be dragons.
So while he's fiddling with that, right over here, right up there.
Yeah, so there's going to be a good portion of this that to get where we're trying to go is going to be through the army, if they're there first. Unless we go Milo's way, in which case we can circumnavigate the army.
Or
Google.
we just let them go down into the city first.
I doubt they're all going to go, though. I would leave a rear guard.
Oh, they'll leave a rear guard, but most of them will go. Also, I'm not particularly worried about sneaking past a bunch of kobolds.
I mean, that hasn't actually gone particularly well for us in the recent past.
I think it's gone fine.
They totally got the drop on us.
Yeah, those are smart ones who work as a team and use their heads.
I feel like if there are smart ones that exist in that area, we shouldn't discount the idea that there are smart ones in with the group we are not fond of as well.
The ones we're not fond of want to destroy everything.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to breed particularly level-headed, clear thinkers.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But they're headed by Lars, potentially, and whoever
No,
carries the
most,
fire shard.
not Lars. I don't think Lars is leading them. I think it's whatever that fire dude is.
I mean, but still, we're
And
we're
Lars
talking
is
about
fast.
I don't
Lars
care
is
which way we
fair.
go. I think that it doesn't matter whether they get there before or after us. we're gonna have to deal with that problem eventually. I think that going along the river was very unsafe.
As opposed to staying in the forest with all of the things that are turning to stone. Like, I'm...
Yes.
I think we're screwed either way. Just saying.
So we haven't actually gotten anywhere. Are we objecting to going the same way? Or are we going to try to go through the forest? Because at this point, I don't care.
All right,
we just need to
all
go.
in favor of the sled, raise your hands.
I mean, honestly, if it's faster.
If you're in favor of the sled, raise your hand.
I'm not opposed.
We're going with the sled.
I spent a long time on
Yeah.
a sled.
Okay. We prep.
Do you want to
the
start
sled.
pushing?
Yeah.
I'll help get us some momentum and then I'll ride for a while.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not as concerned about what order we reach it in relationship to the kobolds as I am. We need to get there and get it done so that we can get to Costas now.
I mean... Wait.
I don't think that we can make it to Costas in time.
Wait.
Maybe not, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make that.
Depends on how fast it's going. We have
It's a god.
Why are we going to Costas now?
Oh, right, you were asleep.
Oh.
His shard talked to the air shard. The air shard's going to Costas.
Not here.
No.
The Costas
It's angry.
is
Cool.
pissed.
That's cool. Alright.
Misunderstanding on my part.
Milo
worries.
is panicked,
word I
which is
wouldn't
understandable.
Yeah.
use for it. Okay.
I mean, I'd panic if I had a god talking to me,
Fair.
through me, around me, whatever.
That's actually really not that impressive.
Unless they're pissed at you.
I also don't. Life is hard when you're young
It is.
and old and middle-aged.
All ages.
all around.
Life is just
Life's just rough. man.
hard.
So I'm not sure if we want to discuss it now, but this does also bring up the question of what do we do with the shard when we get to it?
Yeah. So as we travel, let's talk and see if we think of anything. Cause how did you, like, something kind of possessed you to take it, right? Like,
Well, I was grieving at the time and was very vulnerable to its.
Nothing, sorry.
Uh,
It's advances. It's
yeah,
seduction.
it's advances to ask for help. So,
okay,
well, I know what I'm planning to do with it.
what?
I'd take it along and then reassemble all of the pieces.
And make a good old switcheroo.
Maybe
Yeah.
I am incorrect. Aren't these things kind of big?
I don't know. From what I could tell from the from what the creation kobold said, that I could take it with me.
The shard.
The shard, yes. I'm not talking about the whole shebang, but the shard.
Was your, like, transponder in between this conversation, and were you able to communicate back?
I was panicking, so I don't know.
Can you ask Ingrid to try and see what happens?
I don't know if he can at the moment. But we can certainly try at a later date. I don't know if I want to have another pang attack in the middle of the sled in the middle of a frozen
Okay,
river.
not on the sled then. When we
Yes.
on ground again.
So
Then panic
everybody
attacks are
except
okay.
she is watching ahead of us for more patches of...
Yes.
Okay, so everyone who's watching, make me your perception checks.
Avery, would you roll for me too?
Nat 20.
You rolled a 14.
Okay, 12.
Okay,
21.
21.
21 as well.
12 for Ingir and a 13 for Milo.
Okay. All of you guys have pretty good sense of where the hazards are. It is broad daylight. It's not hard to see. Part of the problem was you were moving at tremendous speed in the dark around corners that you weren't familiar with. So
And not being able to see them in time.
and only two people, Cabbage and Ingir, were watching. With all of you sort of keeping an eye out in the broad daylight, it is much easier to see the hazards as they approach. It is much easier to see clear paths. See me a couple of times keeps you guys off of what would have been thin ice that you would have fallen through. But by and large, you're able to clear those obstacles fairly easily. And by mid-morning, you guys are about where you think the army is going to cross. As you approach sort of the ford area, Simi, you do catch sight of a platoon of kobolds watching the river, who lift trumpets to their mouths and sound the alarm.
How far? Oh, no, you were the only one that saw it come in.
I'll tell everybody immediately as soon as I see it.
Okay.
The trumpet's gone off by this point, right?
Yeah, the trumpet has gone off. You guys are all aware of where they are.
Okay, Mal will jump on the back and help push faster.
Okay.
So we're past them.
You are like
Moving to intersect them.
yeah, essentially. But by the time they see you, you're basically not quite even with them, but getting close, and we'll be moving past them in the next few seconds.
Okay.
Does it look like they're going to try and do anything?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, we gonna get shot at a lot.
Everybody roll initiative, please.
Yep.
Dice. You've been good to me
Jeez.
so far. I need to be first. Let's do this.
So
That was a
can
good
you
roll.
Two
turn
single
the
digits
tarp
and a nat
into
20. I
something
don't know what
solid?
to make of this trend yet.
No.
Are you an alchemist?
No.
Full metal alchemist.
Oh, metal. Oh, good.
Just use my surge of tension to turn this into.
I need to write that down. Surge of tension would be an interesting ability.
I mean, my channel divinity
Yeah.
is
It is an
basically
interesting ability in
alchemy.
Stormlight Archive.
Oh, cool. And
Essentially.
I won't write that down because that is
Essentially.
It
copyright
takes an hour,
infringement.
though.
And if I know anything, I am not a man of
All right.
copyright
No?
infringement.
Lance?
I can do it on launches.
21.
Okay.
5. I'm pushing. It makes sense.
It's the stuff that I know and love.
15.
18. I like actually rolled a good addition.
9. I punch things. I don't know what to do right now.
12. Catch the arrows.
I do have a crossbow though. I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
crossbow. Yeah, you do it. You have a crossbow.
Catch
Yeah,
them and just
crossbow, and I
collect
can-
arrows for me.
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah.
You kind of forget that that's a thing I can do.
Mhm.
I rolled a 2.
Yes. Yes.
He's about out. Do you want the bigger blanket too?
Too hot.
Let's hope they roll
All
low.
right. So,
Baby buddy.
Killian, you are up first.
So, we have heard trumpets.
You've heard trumpets, and you can now pick out the platoon of about half a dozen or so kobolds on the bank of the river. Looks like they were set up guarding the approach to make sure that nothing and no one was going to be in the area when the army approaches and crosses.
Do you have silence?
I have silence. I have
Let's just silence them.
I have
again.
silence.
Oh.
His
have it
favorite
prepared.
spell.
Keith, how far away from us are they?
I have silence. I have it prepared.
They're about 60 feet.
Yeah.
That's right in silence range.
Yeah, right? Well, I mean, I actually rolled good on my initiative. Surprise.
I don't know that
Because
it's
it's just a
that
straight
hard.
roll for me.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, but you're
not
hoping to
super
push
dexy, are you?
though.
So make me
You don't
perception
have to
check.
though.
real
You could
quick.
probably hop up on the sled. I could keep pushing.
Oh, yeah.
22.
22. Okay.
I mean, I'm currently.
4 of them are raising bows.
I
2
could
of
still
them
cast spells.
are not.
Well, I'm pushing,
Yeah.
essentially.
Is that
So-
makes sense? Hopefully I get to go first before them, but you know, a 12 is not that high.
I mean, neither is a 5.
From the times we fought kobolds before, Keith, how
Okay.
tough are they?
Varies.
It kind of varies.
Gank the
How
mage.
tough are the spellcasters?
Less tough than the others.
Okay.
Like
Well,
us. This is
Killian's going to flick a couple switches on his gauntlet where his
Laser beam.
laser projector, whatever thing is, his accelerator, that's what it's called, his accelerator is, and he's going to charge it up and launch 3 magic missiles at them.
Okay. What are your targets?
We will start with one of the spellcasting mages,
Okay.
and
Jordan.
and that'll be, does 11 points of damage kill it?
You have to roll the attack. Oh, no,
No, I don't. It's
no,
magic missile.
magic missile.
I don't have to roll any attacks, I just hit.
11 points does not kill it.
Okay, I didn't think so. So 11 points to one of them.
Okay. Okay.
You have one more chance to not fail before I have to find Fred.
All right. And anything else you want to do?
You should drink.
On the odd case that will hit,
Nope. Okay.
because I do have a +9.
What?
What is your AC, Braden?
Huh?
What is your AC?
17.
Well, what do you?
Your AC is like 19.
Oh, yeah.
Hers is 15. What is your AC?
16, 17 with my swords up.
Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Do you want to take it?
I did not want to be put down.
That's unfortunately what we're dealing with every night now. Oh no.
Oh,
He will only sleep if he's in bed with us.
that's rough.
Okay. So the kobolds with their bows pull back and let fly. One is coming after Killian, 2 target Cabbage, 1 targets Mal.
Okay.
So, Killian, that Killian will be missed.
He will be
He's
dead.
He will be missed.
That is an
That's what my
amazing
brain-
DM line. Like, you will be.
Killian will be missed.
What does that mean?
And I'm
There's so many options.
I'm assuming Cabbage's AC is higher than a 13.
Yeah, it's 15.
So Cabbage will be missed.
She will be missed.
An unnatural 20
Hits.
is going to hit you.
I miss Sar. 26. Miss. Excuse me.
6 points of piercing damage.
We'll
Cool.
get there.
I'll take it in stride.
Okay.
Would you feel get there, I'm sure.
Now won't.
And then the spellcasters go off. One of them is targeting Milo.
Okay.
So I need you to make me, please, a dexterity saving
Oh,
throw.
that's my specialty. 19.
All right. Good enough to take half damage
Okay.
as this mote of light flies from his hand and crosses the space between you. It strikes you right in your chest, and you are enveloped in a sheath of flame.
Fun.
So you will take half of
Fire.
11 points of fire damage.
So 6.
Yes, I have resistance.
Did I? No, I did not. I did not. Okay.
Don't know what that was.
Make me a dexterity saving throw, please. And that is not going to be enough. So, likewise, you will see a mote of light fly out of one of the kobold's hands, cross the distance, strike you in your chest, and you are sheathed wreathed in a sheath of fire, and you will take 12 points of fire damage.
All right.
Hope we're moving fast enough that we're not in combat very long.
Mizuki.
Hold your breath.
Mizuki is gonna
Nice.
cast silence.
Oh, with silence, we may be okay.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Make me a perception check real quick.
I was gonna say we're on ice. All we have to do is melt it.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they're not smart
Okay.
enough to
Well, I rolled
put
a
fire
a
on
one.
the ice yet.
Well, it'd be a
You rolled a
burning
nat one,
Yes, I know. Yes.
then you didn't catch it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
So you cast silence
yes, I
centered
will cast
on.
silence. Centered on one of the spellcasters.
Okay, so centered on where it's standing, right? Because you can't target them specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It'd be yes. Yeah. So it should be
how-
centered
how
on
big it-
one of the spell. Yeah.
Okay, so how big a radius is that?
It is a 20. Well, it's a 20-foot radius sphere,
Okay.
and it's centered around the whatever point. So
Okay.
One of the kobolds is right in the middle of it.
yes.
One of the kobolds is right in the middle of it. The other one is close enough that he would be caught in it as well. And is there anything else you want to do?
Let's see. Yeah.
This sounds like Plants vs. Zombies for some reason.
Yeah, it kind of gives me that vibe. A little more different, but it's kind of got the same beats.
Yeah, like not as upbeat, quick, but
I don't think. Oh, actually, I will. Let's see. I will hand. No, yeah. I mean. Yeah, no, I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Now,
What?
because you cast the spell, you did take your hands off the sled and are no longer pushing it.
Okay.
Just
Mal
so.
was still pushing it.
Yeah, Mal
So,
was still pushing.
Could I
Just-
use my bonus action to start pushing it again?
No.
Oh, okay.
or to climb on. Use your movement to climb on.
You can.
Could
you
I
can
use
use.
my movement to
you-
climb on?
Yes, you
Okay,
can do
I
that.
will do that then. Okay.
Okay.
I will use my movement. to
Alrighty.
climb onto the sled.
Cabbage.
So did that damage count? Did that count as an attack?
Oh, you're talking evasion.
No, uncanny dodge.
I mean, it counts as a spell attack.
Okay, so I actually half that damage because I'm gonna use my reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, evasion.
Yeah.
Evasion is the one you want to use because one is for an attack, one is for you had to
Uncanny
make
dodge
a,
is for attack
She does
rolls
not have
against
evasion
you.
yet.
Evasion would be for dex saves.
She does not have evasion yet. Evasion is
No,
7th level ability.
Ah, okay, so yeah, you'll
Okay.
just use your uncanny dodge to half it.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Sorry, forgot about that.
No worries.
Okay, so where am I?
So you're on the sled. The sled is about 60 feet away from the attackers.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get out my short bow and aim at one of the spellcasters.
Okay.
The same one that Killian shot earlier, or the other one that hasn't been hit yet?
Let's do the one that has not been hit yet.
So you're going. I'm sorry. Which one? Which
The
one?
one that has not been hit yet.
Okay.
Is an 18 hit?
It does.
So 11 points of damage.
All right. 11 points of damage. Anything else?
I would like to.
No.
All right.
Okay. Do we need them gone? Or are we just taking pot shots as we pass?
I don't know.
I'll Eldritch
Kill as
Blast.
many
I
as you
haven't
can.
Eldritch Blast enough in this campaign. So maybe 2 Eldritch Blasts. 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Spellcaster.
Yes. Which one?
The one that has not been injured.
They've both been injured at this point.
The second one that got hit.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 13 points of cold damage. Second Eldritch Blast. 17.
Just hits.
Oh. 6 points of damage.
Okay. And it drops to the snow.
And that's all I can do. So, that will be my turn.
Okay. Sini.
Okay, so the one that's still standing, I'm gonna take a shot at.
Okay.
So.
So the other spellcaster, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a +9 to hit, so 27.
Yes.
Oh, you missed.
Only gonna be 6 points of damage, but
Just
I mean, 7,
barely
sorry.
hits.
Just 7?
Yeah.
Narrow.
And do I? Okay, so with my 2 attacks, that's only if I'm like in melee range with my monk weapon, right? No. Okay.
You get 2 attack actions.
Okay.
Yeah, attack, and then you have the extra attack.
So I guess I will go ahead and loose another one. If
Okay.
he's still up.
He is still up.
I don't know that this will hit though, because I'm about to punish this dice. So that's +9, 13.
13 does not hit.
Yeah. So
It whizzes. It actually
Single
falls
digits.
short.
you are gonna take a break in Frederick and think about what you've done.
Anything else?
I think that's. I guess I can do a key point and do the extra flurry of blow thing. Does
You're
that-
you're not within melee range of
And
any.
Okay, so
that,
that's
that
melee.
requires one unarmed attack first.
Okay, I gotcha. All right. So yeah, I'm done.
All right.
That's all I got.
Mal.
Pushing.
Mal, and then we're back around to the top to Killian.
Okay, so I'm going to pop in my shadow in the spot that was just vacated by Mizu, and it's going to start pushing with me. We are going to push, and we're going to action surge push as well. All the while yelling, "I hope you grow warts on your belt line!"
Okay. Make
You are
strength.
No.
So make strength checks for you and for your shadow twice.
Warts on your belt line.
Okay, so the ones for Mal are going to
But-
be... you said athletics, right?
Yeah, athletics.
Okay. 25 and a 23.
Okay. And for your shadow?
26 and 19.
Okay. So you are able to keep the sled moving easily enough. And you are going to push forward. You're going to push forward 50 feet. So that will put you even with the kobolds now. So even with the sort of the area where the army appears like it's going to be fording. Looking off to the west, all of you do see sort of the dissipating smoke fires from the camp.
The east?
Yeah, the east, I'm sorry.
Okay, just making sure I understood.
Yeah, you are seeing the sort of the dissipating smoke fires from where the camp is. You get a sense it's probably just up the bank and over the rise, out of sight. Killian.
Gonna use my accelerator gauntlet to take a couple more shots. Does a 25 hit the spellcaster?
Yes.
13 points of force damage.
Okay.
And then does a unnatural 20 hit it, if it's still up.
It is still up, and it does hit.
That'll be another 10 points of force damage.
All right. And it drops to the snow.
Bless you, I think.
Okay. Seeing that the spellcasters have dropped to the snow, the other kobolds drop their bows, and as a unit, they run parallel to the river, sort of in the direction you guys are going. They reach down into the snow, wrap their arms around a rope, and haul it taut. And there is now a rope right about chest level right across the river that you guys are being pushed toward.
Okay.
And that is their action for this turn.
We have one more action before that.
You have, at the end of the round with Mal pushing, if he doesn't do anything, you guys will be rushing headlong into the tripwire.
Okay.
At chest level, can we all just get down?
That will be entirely up to you guys
We
on your
already
turn.
are
We have a
down.
mast.
We
A large
already are
sheet
down.
that
We're
is
on the
supposed to be
sled.
covering us from them seeing us. That at least will hit.
But also, okay.
Yeah, there is structure of the sled that's going to hit. You guys can get under it, but the sled itself is going to get caught.
Gotcha, yeah.
All right, Mizuki, that brings us to you.
Okay,
boy.
so how close are we to the rope?
You will be hitting it within the next 6 seconds.
Okay, Mizuki is going to pull out her bladed fan,
Okay.
and
So it's a rope.
she
rope.
will,
Yeah, it's a rope.
yeah, she will use her movement to, get to the front of the sled
Okay.
and hold up her bladed fan, and she will hold her action until she gets to the rope to cut the rope with her bladed fan.
That's really smart.
Yes. Good job. Yep.
Very well done. Okay. So you're holding your action.
Yes, just until we get to
Cabbage.
the rope.
Yeah,
Cabbage and then Milo.
hey.
So you see this rope come thunk, pull up taut across the river, and you see Miss Lady Mizuki go forward with what looks like a fan that she's just kind of holding up there.
Hey Keith, the chat on our screen is paused.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
It's just because you just need to scroll down.
Yeah, if you scroll all the way down.
Yeah, if you scroll all the way
I
down.
just-
it'll-
Okay, go ahead
Okay.
while I'm taking care of this.
And there's
There
four
you go.
more, right? Because you said there's a half dozen, so there's
Yep,
four.
there
more
are
who
4
holding
more.
The rope.
Correct.
Can I try to make a trick shot to shoot the rope?
Give a little extra help.
Whew. Yes, you absolutely may.
And nobody is warning Mal that this is happening, right?
Nobody
Probably not.
has yet.
We hope to take care of it before it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
Alex, why are you doing that?
Make you
What
work
do you
harder,
want me
Dan.
to roll?
Make
Just
make an
like
attack,
attack
roll.
roll?
Make an
Okay.
attack roll.
I suspect.
Unnatural 20.
Ah, yes, the DM deciding if that's enough. A wonderful sight to behold.
So what do you want it to look like?
Ooh.
So Cabbage is gonna be real like dramatic about
Legolas.
this. Yeah, very Legolas vibes. Like pull the like looking straight down the arrow. Let it go with the flare.
Ingir ducks.
And I want it to hit right in the middle between the two sets of goblins or kobolds.
So there's only a set on one side that looks like they've got it tied to a tree on the
Yeah.
other side.
Okay, well then close to them, but I don't actually want it to hit them.
Okay, so just like right in front of them. Okay,
Let them know
So-
I need
so you-
this.
and the arrow flies, and it's got that. If you've ever seen an arrow actually in flight in slow motion, it's got that. And for a second there, you're not sure that you were actually hit it, and then right at the last second, there's a little bit of a breeze right at the edge of the right at the very edge of the river, and it sort of dips right into the rope, and it nicks it. And there's the kobolds are pulling on it so strongly that it just unravels, and all 4 of them go sprawling onto the bank, and the rope drops.
Cabbage is gonna.
Oh my gosh! Did they get you? Are you okay?
Milo, unless do you have anything else you want? No, Milo.
Okay, yeah, these kobolds can't live anymore. I'm gonna just
Bowling
grab
for
some
kobolds.
snow, pack it, spin it, and then
I
snowball
thought I was kidding, but
the
yeah.
4 remaining kobolds. So
Bowling for
dexterity
kobolds.
save. It's fireball.
They're prone. They fail.
Okay. Do I need to bother? I'm gonna roll anyway. $32.
Okay. What is your spell DC?
16.
Okay.
What
That one
just
died.
happened over there? Wow.
Jump
He's
ship.
definitely down.
And there's one behind you too. If you'd grab that one for me, kind
Guys
sir.
down.
Dice down, dice down.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I don't know why I rolled 6 of them. I only needed. Oh, that's right, because I dropped 2.
You knew you were going to drop
Yep.
too.
I knew I was going to drop 2. Exactly. Okay. So all 4 of them are still on the ground. There's this sort of explosion of snow, and you actually you centered it in such a way that it caught the spellcasters too.
Nice.
And it's hard to tell because of this explosion of snow exactly what happened.
Okay.
Okay.
The big snowy poof.
Big snowy poof. And that brings us to Simi.
And the spellcasters were in that poof too?
Yes.
Okay, so chances are they are dead at this point. Because they just got, like, that would effectively for them be a coup de grace, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah. Is anyone still standing after that?
They were already prone.
All of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were pulling on the rope.
They were pulling
Is
on the.
anyone still moving after that?
Make a perception check at disadvantage because of the poof.
Oh, that's, my perception's a +6, so maybe 12?
You can't really tell.
I am going to just, like, take aim at two that I can see at all. Nobody?
You would have disadvantage.
You will have
Yeah,
disadvantage.
because they'd be prone.
Prone.
You're already fine with that. Okay, so. Oh, we won't do that part.
So are you targeting 2? Or are you targeting 1? How many? What are you
Targeting 2.
targeting 2? Okay.
The first one's probably gonna hit because the lowest is a 14, and I have a +8. So.
Yep, that'll hit.
And the second one, the lowest is
14.
Yeah, 14.
14 is gonna miss. So roll me a d4 for the one that hit.
The D4.
Yeah.
4.
Okay.
Plus my damage. Normal?
No, that's for the one you're targeting. Since you didn't,
Because you can't specifically see one.
because you
so
couldn't
you're just
specifically
sort of
see
winging
one,
it.
it's just sort of a random, whatever,
okay.
whichever one you're targeting.
So it's just a D4. Okay. Not plus my.
Roll your
That
damage
was
now.
not your damage.
That was not your damage. That,
That was
was
what-
which
that
one you were
was-
targeting.
There were 4 kobolds laying in the
okay,
snow.
Okay, gotcha.
Sounds like the start of a joke.
Sorry.
4 kobolds playing.
Oh, kobolds
Four
lighting
4 kobolds
snow.
walk in.
Who knows how many?
Into a bar.
His head. Not a kobold called the doctor.
Doctor said I'm taking away your kids. Because you were an idiot for letting them jump on the bed 4 more times. after I told you not to.
I mean, admittedly, I get it.
No, not really. The doctor wouldn't tell you to do that
Well,
because
he
you keep
says-
coming in.
No more.
He says no
Keep
more
coming.
monkeys jumping on the bed.
That's what the mom says.
Oh, okay.
But the doctor gets paid, so he's not gonna tell you to
Good
stop.
point.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just
Running,
Mal?
running.
We're pushing.
All right. Make your rolls.
Yeah.
I can take him for a
he's a
minute.
very
You
heavy
guys
breather.
He's spitting out his binky.
want- I can't. Yeah, I don't want to break
Take
the
the
chair.
child.
Give you guys a break.
So for me that is 20. What does that work out to be? 23.
Okay.
For my shadow, that is 12.
Okay. So you're able to push forward about 25 feet. Make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Can we just say I don't see it? Because
No,
disadvantage, so that's negative 1.
No, not this character sheet.
I mean, I can
Oh, he's
do
got
negative.
grip like iron.
Yeah, like negative 1.
Okay. Make me a dex save at disadvantage.
Just a little bit.
There you go. Hold, here, play with rope.
Just don't let us see Heath get on.
4.
Yeah.
Strong blood.
Okay. So you're pushing. You're not. You can't watch. You can't see because there's this sled in front of you. You vaguely feel a thunk as the sled goes over the rope, and then as you're running, you get caught up in the rope, and it tangles around your ankles and pulls you down and pulls you away from the sled.
Oh.
Your shadow keeps going with the sled
Until it's 30 feet away from
until
me.
it's 30 feet
And
away
then
from you. At which point it goes poof, and the sled starts to
I help
Slow
cut
down.
the rope. And Cabbage cut the rope.
Yeah, so
But
no.
can you cut the part that he got tangled up in still? Because it's still cutting the rope.
I mean, it was here. She cut it with her arrow, and it dropped in front of you.
She was still
I
ready.
could still.
You
Like,
can.
I was still holding my action to cut the rope, so.
Yeah, I mean, you still can't. Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah, okay, I
You
will go ahead and do that.
You still can.
Save Mal!
There's still enough of the rope that it's going to tangle on his ankles and catch him.
Okay, yeah.
Because I mean, you'll sort of catch it about halfway
We will
across.
not be able to cut enough rope to make up for his deck save.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. fair
So
enough.
so it does catch him, and you guys do start to feel the sled sort of stop.
Accelerating.
Stop. Well, it's not even stop accelerating, but
Why did nobody
start
warn me
slowing
about
down.
a rope?
All right.
So with how fast the sled is moving,
We were a little
how
distracted
far behind is
killing
he falling?
things.
So it's going to get another. It's going to be about 20 feet ahead of him. So it's going to be about 20 feet ahead of him. Still going, but it's also slowing down. Killian, that will bring us back around to you.
That's something I'm supposed to grab, so I'm not interested anymore.
Yep.
So Mal, you trip and fall. What
He
do you
just
what do you
face
do you
first.
say anything? Do you,
I mean, he probably grunts in the time he has.
Good boy.
He has not really had a chance to do much else.
Can I use the tentacles as a reaction? I forget how that works.
It's an
Or
action.
would that be my next action?
It's your next
Okay.
action.
We're gonna do the tentacle thing again.
Wait, reach.
I mean, if it's
You
not
know,
gonna happen.
it's okay. I have before.
I just
I'm
like
gonna
tentacle
jump
all
off
my
the back of the
friends.
sled and run up to him.
Okay.
So
Needs to be
he's
a
20 feet
quote.
away from
Oh,
the sled.
Yep. And getting further away as the sled moves.
Okay.
You can do that since you're on, right?
I can.
Okay, I thought so.
And as you're approaching him, you do see the rope sort of wound around, and it sort of between his ankles.
Okay. I'm going to pick him up and start running him back to the sled.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
You will get about halfway there, and you will feel the rope go taut. Dunk.
As his face hits the ground.
I mean, I
again.
plan on.
All right. Okay. Make me a strength. Yeah, make me an athletics check.
I'm just gonna add some bludgeoning damage.
He's trying to get it to his mouth, but it's
17.
just barely out of reach.
Mal, what's your AC?
19.
It's not enough. You're gonna try and yank through.
In that case, I will spend, as a reaction, I will spend 1 charge of my armor to add my intelligence bonus to that.
Okay, which puts
Which is
us
a +4, so that takes us
He's
up
going
to...
in for the munchies.
okay.
Above 19.
No.
Okay,
No munching on rope.
so that's going to
It's
so
a good
so,
source
so you
of
kind
fiber,
of
but there are other options.
you sort of pull against it, and you feel it sort of go taut, sort of yoink, and then you kind of
Go. Not on that.
you kind of spin him a little bit, and you are feeling your back sort of wrench one direction. Yeah, you're gonna
Visit the chiropractor.
you are going to how's that gonna work for you?
Gonna hurt more than
For the next 24 hours, you are going to have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, or anything to do with dex. Let's say. But in twisting him, you're able to get that rope to sort of flip free, and then continue on. You're going to be about 10 feet from just because of how it's
Yep,
been
that's
sliding.
fine.
So you're about 10 feet from the back of the sled.
Why?
Oh, it's the other way around, isn't it? I think.
And
Oh, is it?
on the bank,
I don't know.
you do see, you guys do see one of the kobolds sort of stagger to its feet, turn, and start running up over the ridge.
How
And
far
he
is he?
disappears out of sight.
How far is he?
He's going to get up out of sight with his movement.
Before I can try and Eldritch Blast him?
Yes.
Yep, that's what he does with his turn.
That is what he does with his turn, is runs away.
He bravely ran away.
Mizuki.
Ran away.
Um, okay, can Mizuki see Mal?
Yeah, so you do see that Killian has him under an arm and is
Okay.
running back towards the sled.
Okay, Mizuki is probably gonna get off the sled and so she can start pushing the sled
Okay.
again.
Make me...
Please not a dex.
I mean,
Athletics.
That's kind of what it is.
Yeah, make me an acrobatics check.
An
Just-
acrobatics?
I would like to point out that I cannot carry both of you. I can carry one of you.
How fast is this sled
So
going?
you have two options. You can either, because you are at the front of the
Yes, I'm
sled,
at the front of the sled.
so you can either drop off and sort of let it roll, or not roll, but slide over you and pop back to your feet at the back to start trying to push,
Ugh.
or you can run to the back and jump off.
Okay.
Either way, it's going to need to be an
Acrobatics
acrobatics check.
Okay.
Either for jumping off the front or for jumping off the back.
Okay. Okay.
Unless you can convince me of some other way to do what you want to do that would use your athletics instead. Sell me on it.
If I
Sell me this bag.
are there rungs on the sled?
You made it.
Okay.
You made it. Are there rungs?
Well, there probably would be rungs to like push, right?
There are now.
There are.
So there are handles on the
Okay,
back,
yeah,
certainly.
so, okay,
Point
so
to
there are
add
handles
rungs.
on the back. Okay. So. Right, so if Mizuki.
Stupid slide. It's barely going faster than walking.
Anyone had told me about the road.
Barely going faster.
Well,
We were taking care of the world.
yeah.
Whoa.
You still would have to make a dex
taken
save.
care
You
of.
still
It
would
was
have
My
taken
dex
care
here
of.
isn't bad. I have a +3.
Okay.
It's you rolling.
Yeah.
He would not have had disadvantage.
I don't think it's going to help him.
I rolled a 17 and a 1. If I hadn't had disadvantage,
You would have rolled a 1.
we've
I've
met
seen
you.
your dice.
So what are you doing there,
Okay,
Mizuki?
Mizuki's going to go to the back of the sled.
Okay.
And then. She will use her athletics to, I guess, like, grasp onto the rungs of the sled and then, like, pull herself around. With that.
She's not trying to keep her footing. She's just
I'm not trying to
holding
keep up.
herself up.
I'm just.
So you're using your grip on
Yes,
the
I'm
handles
using
to
my
sort
grip
of.
on the handles to
Okay.
to jump and like just
Oh, you know what? I'll give that one to you. So go
Okay,
ahead and roll
okay.
your athletics.
I'm gonna roll it again.
Dumb sled.
Okay,
No, it didn't. I watched the other. I watched
20.
that sled.
Unnatural
It was
20?
not a
Yeah.
good idea. then.
Easily enough.
Okay,
Yeah. So you're
perfect.
able to get there, and get in position to be able to start pushing next round.
okay, awesome.
All right. Anything
She
else?
will also. No, never mind. Actually, let me check.
At the moment, I can run faster than the sled is going.
Fair. Well, it'll go fast. No, that's all.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Milo.
Hitching along for the ride. That's it.
Okay. See me.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. That should have been cabbage and then Milo. So we'll do
Oh.
cabbage first and then Simi.
It's fine.
Cabbage is still just like, we need to go left. Huh, it's moving really slow.
I'm still just kind of living off of the high of what I just did. Because I'm awesome.
She spends the next turn bragging.
Monologuing for 6 seconds.
Yep. Her
Remind
cape
me
flowing
what-
out behind her in the breeze.
I have a cape.
Thank you.
Cloak.
It's my
It's a cape with a hood.
With a hood.
Jeez,
Okay.
Steven.
Get it right.
Hey guys.
That's not a cloak, that's a cape with a hood.
There aren't any goblins. Or
There haven't been
there are
goblins the
not
whole
many
time.
Goblins.
No, not the whole time.
Kobolds.
The
This whole session.
Yeah, this session.
There are not any more kobolds that we can see.
There are no kobolds within view, no.
That's about to change
What's
though.
You can't have the dice.
and what's going on over here again?
Killian is dragging Mal.
I
Yes.
have Mal up off the ground and I am running back to the sled. And I am 10 feet away.
And Mizuki just sort of did this backflip over the handle at the back and is now in a position to start pushing again.
What wiggles?
I guess I'll just stand ready to help get Mal onto the sled.
So you'll hold
Mal's
your,
gonna
are you gonna
push.
hold your action for
Well, you look
He's fine.
incapacitated to my
Just
view.
because he's getting dragged.
Hey, I don't
You're not
know what
getting dragged.
happened.
You're getting carried.
So I think that you are hurt.
If I am, it's your fault. I asked. And you were just like, no, I'm awesome. No, there's a rope, don't trip on it.
I assume you have seen my incredible feat
You can see
of
his little
dexterity.
stubby legs,
I've had those
like in
rages
the
before.
air as he tries to get moving along as I just carry him.
Yeah, that's what I say too, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe you should have played the dwarf with a slower
All
movement
right,
speed.
so
I'm just gonna
You're-
stand ready. To
okay, standing ready to help. Now it is Simi.
So you're still not actually fully on the thing or close to it yet.
I'm 10 feet
We
away.
are 10 feet away.
They'll be fine.
We'll be fine. I can, at the current speed it is moving, I can outrun the sled.
Okay. If it's very apparent that we're going to be caught up with,
Oh yeah.
But we can-
and none of the kobolds are up
that we can see.
that we
For
can
all.
see, I guess I'm gonna arm my crossbow and be at the ready in case I'm able to see one pop out of the snow or something, and just stay alert.
Just been tumbling.
So
Okay.
I'm going to yeah, I don't know how these things work. So I'm gonna hold my action to attack.
Okay. Sounds
Every
good.
half mile there's
And just hold him by the legs. Pop him up.
Mal.
Why was there a rope? Like, get me down.
What? Are you hurt?
No!
Oh.
He's gonna set his shadow ready to push, and then he's just gonna switch places with it, so you're now carrying a shadow.
So it's like
Alright.
And he's gonna push.
Glad to see you're still alive.
Thanks, I guess.
Are you mad?
No, let's go!
all right, Killian.
So, how many feet per round is the sled currently moving?
Currently, it is moving about 25 feet per round.
Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna run up on the side and jump up on it.
Okay.
'Cause my movement speed is significantly faster than that right now.
Okay. From over the top of the ridge, behind you guys at this point, a line of kobolds,
Uh-oh.
followed by another line of kobolds,
And so forth and so on.
followed by another line of kobolds, and so on
You guys
and so
remember
forth.
the part where I said that all the kobolds would be chasing us the whole rest of the time?
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna say that starts now.
And the front ranks pull up their bows, and loose arrows at you guys, and it's like the scene from 500 or the 300 that just sort of blackens the sky.
Oh.
Okay. Remind me, because we've seen this army. How many kobolds do we estimate this army to be at?
700?
I thought it was more than that.
Give me an estimate.
Well,
How
they
many
lost
kobolds am I
about
dealing
a
with?
quarter during the battle.
With the, I mean, if this is the same group.
If it's the same group, they lost a quarter, which we had estimated was like 700-ish more.
Yeah.
So at this point, you have seen 4 ranks of archers top the hill, about 10 abreast.
Okay.
So you're seeing about 40 of them, but the army itself, you never actually saw the army, did you?
I saw the army when it was attacked at the battle between all the armies. So
Right,
We all
but
saw
based on that, how many were there then?
what was left from that? What was left from that would have been about 700,
Because they were routed.
because they were routed.
And our sled. What
Covered it
are?
up. There we go.
Oh, of course there are. What's the dimensions of the sled?
Mizuki, what's the dimensions of the sled?
It would have been enough to fit all of us.
10 by 15.
So,
Sounds good.
like for all of
So
us.
10
to
feet
sit-
wide, 15
Okay.
feet long.
Yeah, probably.
In that case, I'm going to wait until the arrows are about to land on us, and then I'm going to use Thunder Wave to blast all the arrows that are about to fall directly on us out of the way.
Okay.
Do you have enlarged?
No, not prepared anyway.
That's pretty slick.
Well done. Well done.
Yeah, here.
All right. So nothing lands on the sled itself. There are arrows sort of falling onto the ice all around you guys.
I would just like to reiterate, I said this was a bad idea, and I now feel justified.
Mizuki. So you're in the back, ready to push.
Okay.
Recommending a
At this
secondary
point,
course of action.
we're going to sort of break initiative. I'm going to have the two of you go ahead and roll your athletics.
Athletics.
My shadow's gonna go up too.
Okay.
Do you want us to do it with advantage because we're doing it together, or not?
So either one of you can roll with advantage, or each of you roll separately.
If you want me to roll with advantage.
You might want to roll separately.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, we can roll separately,
Okay.
and then whoever.
So that is a natural 20 for me,
Unnatural 20 for me.
and a 19 for my shadow.
All right. So those of you that are on the sled feel it real. You feel the acceleration kick back in, the jolt of now three people trying to push.
Individuals.
3 individuals, whatever, and that is going to put you guys 60 feet forward this round.
That was 27 from Mel. From a natural 20.
And at this point, you guys are going to start outpacing the kobolds behind you. They will keep trying to take pot shots. But they're going to start falling further and further behind as you guys move further and further out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, that just happened.
Yep.
I'm a second wind.
Mizuki's gonna drop silence.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's fair.
The one kobold that was alive is just like now screaming for help.
I'm gonna second wind, and that'll put me back at the full.
Okay.
Mizuki will also.
I will use my healing hand and get back up to full.
I wonder if there's a way to
Oh, I
cause
could
an
do healing
avalanche over them, because
word.
we're still
I
kind
could
of
do
in an
healing
open
word for
thing
whoever.
So the river crossing is
I think-
sort of in a shallow depression.
Cabbage is probably
But I
the
don't
one
think
that
there's
still
enough room to
hurt.
make an
At
avalanche.
this point, it
Then
looks
I
like
will
it's
do
kind
healing
of
word.
it's not steep enough to cause an avalanche necessarily, or at least not one that would be effective enough to wipe out the army.
Good thought, though.
Well, it was her thought, so.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
It was somebody over there. Someone on that
This
side.
is that side of the table.
That's how to put it on.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I'm casting Healing Word on Cabbage.
Okay,
And just keep on trekking on.
Yeah.
keep on trekking
Just
on.
gonna
Okay,
keep going.
so everyone who is not pushing, make me perception checks.
Okay, 21 for Ingir and 8 for Mallow.
Okay, so Mal doesn't see anything.
1.
Neither does Killian.
17 plus
Maybe he
6.
doesn't either.
So that's going to be a 23.
23, okay. I don't know if someone wanted to roll for Cabbage or if she's just still on her.
Is anybody-
You know what? She's still on her high from making that awesome shot. So, so between, odds or evens.
Odds.
Okay.
You don't have to shake your head. We know how you roll anyway.
Yeah.
So you are between Ingir and Simi. You're able to get good directions, steering around all of the obstacles that are in your way, rocks that are poking up, tree branches, things like that that have been caught in the ice, thin ice patches, rapids, things like that. You're able to steer all the way around those and make pretty good time. You're at the point where you're probably about half a mile or so from the road. The army is not in sight behind you guys, and it is coming up on midday.
Okay.
Do you guys need breaks or?
I'll keep going.
You sure?
If you want to take a break, and then you can spell me out in a bit.
Sure. Yeah.
Trade off between those two. And I'll
Yeah.
step in and help wherever I need to. I know that you're stronger than me, but if it's a choice between letting you guys rest and, not moving, I'm still
Yeah.
more effective
No,
than that.
we're
Yeah.
fine. I mean, I can.
Just make
Yeah,
sure
you
you're
can
being
spell me out in a
careful
little
with
bit,
yourself.
and me and my shadow will keep pushing for now.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, in for a penny, in for a pound at this point. I know that this was not the way that you would have wanted to do it, but do we have any thoughts moving forward? What needs to happen now? Because we know that we're ahead of them, but they also know that we're ahead of them.
There's only so fast an army can move.
True.
Yeah.
But one of the other questions is which entrance are we going to take? Are we going to take the?
We don't even. Oh.
I think there's only really one option for us, because
how
the other one is
close?
under the ice.
Are they?
And while we can breathe underwater, the temperature under there would be lethal.
How close is the army?
Out of sight.
They're
I
out
know
of sight.
they're out of sight, but we just saw them, right?
Within a
Yeah.
mile.
Oh yeah, are you gonna do your?
Yeah, I can do
clairvoyance?
clairvoyance. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're
I'll
right.
do
Yes.
clairvoyance.
you're within enough. You're within close enough to
We're
be
still
able to do
within a
that.
mile.
UAV,
Okay.
UAV
So,
above.
Okay. Since I'm just sitting here. Yay.
Oh, it's funny you think you can shoot an UAV.
Okay.
You just have to have the right
I'm
missile.
gonna choose. Let's see. Sorry, let me find it.
You can do it.
It's here somewhere.
Wanna trade out?
He did some quiet.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna cast it on the ridge where they were.
Okay.
And I will do seeing. Yeah.
Because seeing is
Okay.
believing.
Well, I can still trade between seeing or hearing.
All right.
So.
So over the ridge, looking sort of over in the dirt, where you place it, you. Oh. Good.
You whacked his poor little head.
Aww.
He sat up all by himself and it was so good.
And then he fell
then he
over.
fell on the stair.
Poor little guy. Okay, so you place the sensor over the ridgeline, and the first thing you notice is that the first sort of 4 or so ranks that you saw have sort of formed a cordon across the river. So they have their arrows, bows and arrows out, and they're sort of watching the tree line, watching the river up and down, and trying to keep alerted now that there are other people around, and they're keeping an eye out.
Is it just kobolds that I see?
Getting to that.
Okay.
Just give me a second.
No, you're fine.
You do see a set of you see a set of about 6 kobolds carrying stretchers, and they sort of run down to the spot where the kobolds were laid out.
Got little nurse hats on. One of them going,
And you do see them check. You do see them check
Giving little like.
the 5 bodies that are laying there.
Okay.
They do leave the 2 spellcasters alone, but they put the other 3 up on the stretchers and start running them back towards the main body of the army.
Okay.
That direction, you do see the rest of the body of the army, and it's pretty big.
Okay.
That's a lot of kobolds. That's 1,600 kobolds. And sort of sitting off to one side, you see 2 figures that are not kobolds. Well, one of them's not a kobold. That's an awfully big kobold. He's sitting astride a regular horse. What the? Huh? And sitting next to that figure is Lars.
The fat man.
And Lars is sort of sitting there very stiffly, and make me an insight check.
He
Okay.
is not
Happy.
Not happy, Bob.
Not happy at all.
15.
15?
Ask me why I'm not happy, Bob.
Yep. He's
Why are you not happy?
not happy.
Happy fun.
Okay.
And as he's sitting there, hands on his pommel, you realize that his hands are actually bound.
Huh.
That's what you get when you're playing with the big boys.
Okay.
It doesn't make me any more comfortable because we're
Oh,
also
no.
playing with the big boys.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely not any more comfortable.
And that is
the
what you
inside.
see.
Just-
Okay.
You see,
Couldn't happen to a
I'll
nicer
keep
guy,
it up
though.
For the 10
A
minutes
dragonborn.
Okay.
that I can.
Boy,
as you
Oh, actually, well, how close am I to them?
Well, you said you were half a mile away.
well, you're a half a mile from the road at this point.
No,
so
how close is the sensor?
to
Lars.
you
To the
or
people she wants to listen to talk.
it's probably about 100 feet or so from them.
Is that close enough to hear our conversation?
Yeah. I
That's how
can.
loud
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
conversation is.
switch to hearing
And
and
next to a
see
walking army.
what I can hear.
Okay. Are you moving it?
No, I can switch as an action. I can switch from hearing to seeing.
Okay.
I think to move it.
I have to recast.
I think you would have to
Yeah.
recast it. Okay.
Yeah, it says the sensor remains in place.
Okay. Yeah. So you would have to recast it.
Yeah.
Um,
But which I might do if.
Switching over to hearing,
Okay.
really all you're getting are sort of the voices of kobolds and the sounds of a moving army.
Okay.
Just a lot of wet air.
Okay.
My
I'm gonna switch back to seeing and then just, I guess, see what I see.
Okay.
For 10 minutes. Does anything else happen?
Over the 10 minutes that you watch, you do see the army sort of form up in ranks and start to move across the river.
Okay.
They do cross over to the road and start up the road in the direction that you guys are heading.
Okay, I will let everyone know
Okay.
that.
About halfway through the army crossing, the big kobold, whatever that is, reaches down, grabs the reins of Lars's horse, and sort of flicks his own reins forward and starts across the river himself.
Okay.
Interesting dynamic.
Okay.
Sorry. My brain took that
Chains and
someplace
whips
really.
are
Yep. Precisely.
There's a whip. There's a way.
Watch me whip. Watch me name.
Okay.
I like yours better.
Okay, I will let everyone know that they are heading our direction.
Yeah, not the Hobbit movie. but the
I will
third
let
one of
everyone
the
know
Rings,
that there is
the
a
animated one.
bigger kobold.
Okay.
Huh?
Huh.
Hold on.
And
A big kobold.
that Lars is his prisoner, or their prisoner.
Okay, when you say big, are you talking like corpulent, or are we talking like really tall?
Like on a it was on a regular horse.
What color was the
Want
big
him to-
kobold?
I mean, I could
What
ride a
Red.
regular horse too.
Red.
Do you want him to share the image?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Aegir will
yes.
fax everyone the image.
Okay.
It's
It's fax quality.
Like
Fax squad.
It's a fax. It's a fax quality of a Polaroid, and
Paper jam.
No! Every time.
dang it, I gotta call maintenance now. No.
Get off the phone! I need to get a fax!
It's just saying, Mom, I want to get on the internet.
So it is a human-sized kobold.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
So are we assuming that that's the fire guy that kept hitting my arrows so I couldn't
Oh,
assassinate
yeah.
Lars?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Cool.
So okay, so your weird little shard thing.
Right.
You
Wait. Okay.
if
Can
somebody
I cast sending as a ritual?
What are you?
I
But has the ritual tag? I don't believe so.
I
though.
don't think so.
if we kill that guy, do we get his shard?
I
Like,
don't
how
know
does
if
this-
he has the shard. I think he might just
It
be
doesn't.
someone who has fire powers.
Are you saying
ones-
you want
Don't say it.
a shard?
I don't think he has one. I don't think he has one of the shards. I think he is like the kobolds. I think he hitched a ride on one of the meteorites.
You think?
I would assume so. Otherwise, I don't know how you would have got here.
He walked at the speed of light.
Do you? But he seems to be a changeling.
Not necessarily. There are magic. I can do magics that change my image. There
Okay,
could be
that's
other
fair.
magics that could change one's appearance
So
as
you
well.
cannot do sending as a ritual.
Yeah.
It does
yeah.
not have the
Yeah,
ritual
it
tag.
doesn't have the ritual tag. Yeah, I was just looking. That is.
So let's keep going then.
Yeah.
Could someone like drip water
Oh.
in my mouth?
No. Okay.
You got it. Or
Okay.
Thanks.
yeah.
Okay.
Waterboarding.
Mizuki's gonna.
Who are you gonna-
Mizuki's gonna try. Well, she's trying to make a decision.
Mm.
She's trying to make a decision here. She's not gonna tell any of you.
Oh no.
Not yet. At least.
Yeah.
That's a very Alma sounding decision.
Yes, it is.
She's gonna send to Lars.
As one does.
She hasn't yet. like because
She hasn't yet.
Yeah.
like see, but like it's okay. Anyway, she's gonna pray to Benos and see if he answers her.
Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line until an agent is.
But
So what are you praying?
she's going to let's see. She's going to ask him. Well, first she's going to tell him.
So
She-
before you do that,
Okay.
what does praying for Mizuki look like outwardly? Is there any outward sign that she is praying?
Yes. She will. Well, okay. Well, I guess she can't kneel since she's pushing the sled.
Oh no, currently Mal's got
Oh
it,
no. Oh yeah. No. No. Okay. So yeah, she will kneel. And she'll put her hands together. And she'll hold her. She has her holy symbol.
Okay.
And she will also light. Let's see. Apparently she just has some incense in her. Come on, no problem.
I mean,
And
why not?
why not? Anyway, and she'll light some of her incense. It is incense from her, like it's the same incense that her family uses at their shrine.
Okay.
And she will also pull a coin out of her pouch, I guess. Yeah.
Wishing well.
Yeah. And then, yeah. So they could probably tell that she's praying.
Okay. And what is your prayer?
Okay. So first, she's going to say, please, if you are listening, if you are there, I have learned some knowledge about the shard that might be relevant to Costas
Okay.
and civilization. And also, I would like your help if you would be able to write it with something, with your guidance with something.
Okay. Make me a religion check.
Okay. 19.
Okay. For a very long moment, it seems as though nothing happens. You are kneeling, you're praying, your incense is burning. You've got the coin. What are you doing with the coin?
She'll probably be holding the coin.
So you're just holding it?
Yeah, or actually, she would have probably placed the coin on her lap. Her.
Okay, so
Knee.
it's just sitting there on your
Yeah.
knee.
Yeah.
Okay. For a long moment, doesn't feel like anything happens. The sled is still sliding along. You've got the rhythmic tromping of Mal at the back. Your compatriots are, conversing amongst themselves. And then you start to hear the footfalls come further and further apart. You start to feel sort of your headlong momentum slow down without feeling like you're slowing down. The conversation of your compatriots gets muffled, and the smoke rising from your incense starts to slow until it just stops, and everything around you just stops, and the coin on your knee goes cold.
Okay.
Shh, Mizuki is the only one who notices this.
Oh yeah, I assume
Yeah.
like time has stopped for the rest of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, earlier, Milo,
Mm.
I'm not sure exactly what. Anyway, I believe he contacted one of the shards.
Who?
What?
Who?
Milo.
We're not part of this conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's okay.
Did you miss the part where time has stopped for the rest of us
time
and
has
Mizuki's talking with her deity?
But
I was like,
I
oh,
didn't
this
even
is
have a
twist,
bad
now
Monday.
you're-
I don't know what's going on. I'm just having a bad day, but it wasn't that bad day of a bad.
I think you just
Sit
caught
here
my
and
phone.
die
It's
now.
fine.
Okay.
Anyway, so Milo made contact with one of the shards. He mentioned that it was angry and that it was on its way to Costas. Because I'm assuming because of Milo's mother and her using its power.
So the voice, when it comes, is very sort of faint and echoey, as though it's coming from either a long distance away or from the far end of a very long tunnel. You do see sort of a shadowy figure. You do see sort of a shadowy figure on the sled with you guys, but it doesn't have any real firm form.
Okay.
You do recognize it as Vinas
Okay.
when he speaks.
Okay.
She speaks. It speaks. If that's so, that is very disturbing. Very disturbing news indeed.
Yes, I thought it would be best to let you know as soon as possible.
Yes, I shall. I shall have to muster what forces I can in the capital city.
And as for the other matter, Lars is close, but I'm uncertain if I should. He still doesn't know of my powers.
Yes.
But I don't know if I have if there's a better way to contact him at this point.
You say he is close.
Yes.
Where?
She'll like tell him
Give him a
where,
general
give him
direction.
or she'll, I guess, conjure an image in her mind.
No. So he is among the enemies.
Yes.
That would make it difficult to contact him by mundane means. I suppose The question is, how do you think he will react, learning of our connection? Yours and mine.
I mean, he does have a powerful connection to I suppose our enemy. Or at least one who doesn't believe that the old gods should be worshipped.
What does he believe?
I didn't quite get around to asking him that.
I can see your dilemma.
Yes.
What are you asking, child?
Would you know if he's trustworthy? Or
So the figure's
Is
going
he
to kind
just-
of the figure's going to kind of reach out and brush a lock of your hair back over your ear. He is not connected to me. I cannot read his heart.
But he's murdered a lot of wives.
But he's a massive dick.
fair.
Voracious way.
But is it to my advantage to use him in some way?
That is hard to foretell. The next few days are a bit of a blur.
Yes.
Almost anything could happen. So this, I'm sorry to say, is a decision you'll have to make for yourself.
I thank you for your consideration.
Of course.
What is that answer in the 8-ball? Like, future uncertain, try again?
Answers point to yes.
Try again later.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had one of those.
Is there anything else you require? My powers here are somewhat
Limited.
limited. They were not always so, but for now.
Yes. I don't believe so. But thank you. And good luck with Costas.
I'm not sure luck is strictly necessary, but thank you. And the figure will sort of fade out, and time will start back up.
Did you get through? Was it a busy signal for you?
No, I was able to get through.
Oh, do they have anything good to say?
There are always good things to say.
Clearly, you definitely have a different experience with gods than me.
Perhaps that's how.
Yours was having problems.
Perhaps that's how it goes. When
Your god was having transmission problems.
It happens to every guy. It happens.
Performance anxiety.
Oh boy.
Just get on the pill.
But yes, I was. I just wish to touch on some information that I believe might be relevant for.
And you've already told us about that, yeah, so,
Well, it's information you know.
yeah.
Yes.
I forgot, like, player Danny forgot if you
Oh.
had already told us about the situation or not, but you have. Yeah.
Milo did. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This was just Mizuki's own thing because
Yep.
she cares about civilization and she likes
That is
Costas.
fair. That is fair.
Like,
I mean, I
she
kinda
doesn't
feel
want
like we
Costas to
should-
get destroyed.
Yep, I kind of feel like we should try and avoid that if we can.
Yes. Yeah.
But we are real close to this one, so yeah, redirecting would be silly at the moment.
Yes. Well,
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's very far.
Yes.
So,
Well, I'm glad you got through. That's nice.
yes.
If you could only see what's going off screen.
This is fabulous. For somebody without hair, Steven's really, really good at headbanging.
Had lots of experience in my youth.
But yes, I was able to get through.
I'm glad. I'm
Me too.
glad. Justice! You up there yet? Hello?
We're sorry,
No,
your
I
call
should-
cannot be completed
I'm
as dialed.
sorry. I should
Please
have
check the number
inquired.
and try again.
Oh,
Perhaps.
next time. That's, I mean, I'm not
I
banking
don't know
on
when
that.
next time will be.
That's fair.
This was a difficult one.
That is okay. I might try again in maybe a more reverent fashion when we're not sliding down the ice of the river.
But you're.
I don't exactly understand the reverent fashion thing, but I can try. So.
Okay. Mizuki's gonna send to Lars.
The
The plot thickens.
plot's like green thickens.
Someone hand me a sticky note.
Here's a whole pad.
Mizu, do you want to trade out now? My legs are getting tired.
You picked a bad time.
I very soon.
Hey.
I need to check in with someone.
I'll help for a minute.
It's okay.
What? Who are you checking in with?
Old Tubby himself.
I just wanted to check in with my parents and make sure they're doing all right.
Didn't you just do that?
A week or so ago,
I guess that's fair.
but I haven't had any contact with them since.
Okay, so make a deception roll to see how obvious you're being. Well, no. Yeah, make the active roll.
Okay.
Make the active roll.
Deception?
Yep.
Okay. Where's my deception?
And make a passive insight if you're not actively suspecting anything.
Passive insight or passive perception?
Passive insight.
Okay.
So my passive insight is
10 plus your insight bonus.
Oh, okay.
Eight.
Oh
Even I know you're lying.
Even I know you're lying, which is saying something.
14.
I don't.
It's your passive. It's your passive.
no! Oh yeah, passive. So yeah,
Passive.
I would too.
What's your
Oh
passive,
man.
Steven?
8.
Even you catch it.
Even you catch it, because the DC is 8.
She's as good a liar as you are.
Usually I'm a better liar. I rolled badly.
Ms. Lady.
Yes.
He's real serious when she pulls out Miss Lady.
I'm not trying to call you a liar.
But you just lied.
What? Who are you actually trying to talk to?
Is it important? You need to know?
If you're lying about it, it might be.
Hey, you're like, I didn't think it was, but now I kind of do.
I wish I could give you inspiration. For
Me
that,
too, but
ran.
actually, I'm the DM. Have another inspiration.
Thank you.
You can have one of mine too if you can reach it.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Well,
Cards on the table. Dagger to the heart.
Please? Can somebody trade me out?
I gotcha.
I don't think you're strong enough to push this thing.
I mean, if it's already going, I can at least help. So I'll get off.
let me
and
check.
At least
No,
strike
let
us
me check
negative.
really
My shadow will keep going too.
let me
Okay.
check.
I at least don't have a negative strength modifier.
Okay.
I do. I don't have a positive one either.
This Killian?
+1.
What was your negative? Charisma.
I have a
No.
I have a +1 as well.
Constitution.
That's right.
Constitution. Oh,
I have a negative in Constitution. I'm real squishy.
Yeah.
That's why I try to avoid getting hit.
And I am the most awkward person on the planet.
I think there might be a good way to use Lars at this point.
Hold on. You're trying to contact Lars.
Yes. I mean, he's close.
So are the kobolds. We're not contacting them.
I don't know them personally. I'm not engaged to them technically, so I'm not.
I'm not engaged to them technically.
Only unofficially. All of them.
Not on paper, but there was a conversation.
To get us out. I don't know, Killian's got his head buried in his journal
you're
and he's
fine.
writing things and sketching things.
You're fine.
But you weren't gonna go
Not sure how you want to handle that.
right.
Who's-
Marrying.
I'm a little worried we're going to need to make a fast exit.
Like, you don't have a death wish, right?
Of course, I don't have a death wish. I have important work to do.
Alright. I'm real confused.
How do you want to use him?
Use if you like use your arms to hunker yourself on. You can use your legs instead of. Okay.
Nal doesn't like how you're pushing.
Yep.
Backseat pushing now.
He is. He is.
You can just message it if that's easier, Keith.
Yeah, this is fine.
A role play is going on.
Well, okay, and just it might be to our advantage. I don't think he's in a good position right now.
No?
Doesn't sound like it.
So he might take any out he can get at this point.
Why do we want him out?
Because then he can help us.
If he's on the outs, what can he actually offer us?
Or at least we'll have him in hand.
Does anybody else have problems with this?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Killian is engrossed in his book, paying no
something at
attention.
Sorry, what?
She's trying to contact Lars. I want to
Oh,
talk,
is that what she was lying about?
Yes. I want to talk about... I sort of feel like this should be a group decision.
Well, what's she gonna say to him?
I haven't asked that.
She
I
wants
haven't
to use him, which I'm not necessarily against, but it kind of depends
Like, are
on
you
how.
planning to tell him exactly where we are and what our plans are?
No, of course
Then
not.
I don't really particularly care
Of
if she
course
talks to
not.
the man or not.
I suppose that's fair.
I mean, I
It's
imagine
gonna
he
go
knows
back to his
those
book.
details anyway at this point in time. Where are we? What is our intention? If you haven't figured that out yet, you stupid.
Alright. I guess I'll butt out.
I'd like to know how
You'd
we
like to
intend
know.
on using him.
In whatever way is most efficient. Whether that be his life or his death.
Mm-hmm.
I could get behind the second one of those options.
Okay.
I figured you might.
If we can get to the other guy through him, that might not be a terrible idea. I just don't see how you're gonna do it yet.
plans.
Okay. But cards on the table.
Okay, so just keep us in the loop.
Yeah,
Of course.
of course.
I am uncomfortable with this, but it is not my decision.
If it helps, I am also uncomfortable with it.
Alright.
Just get back on. I'll push forward.
But
No,
you're,
it's okay.
You're
I'll
tired.
push.
Oh,
I'll push.
oh, okay. Oh,
It's fine.
okay. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. I just gives me anxiety. You might turn your ankle or something doing that.
Oh, okay. I'll hop back on.
Okay.
I can jump through trees like crouching tiger, hidden dragon. I turn ankle pushing sled.
Probably.
Just watch me for a bit. We used to do this a lot at home.
You had weird sports.
I mean, we lived in the mountains.
Fair.
It wasn't usually on a river though.
So you just
You think.
up and down in general? Just
No,
up and
I mean
down
usually
roads?
across fields or whatever.
Fair enough.
But you'd push the sled as fast as you could across the field, and then you'd switch on the way back, and the person who was in front had to ride in the back, or had to push rather.
Had to, but did you never think about using sled dogs?
We don't have dogs.
That's an oversight.
Not so much an oversight, more a condition of where we live. Besides, it's good strength training.
Well, you know, maybe if I do it enough. See, I should be helping you, because then I can get stronger. Cause
Well,
I'm not
just
super...
watch, and so he'll like make sure that his upper body is like locked into one spot so that it's not moving, and then his feet are just pumping. And every once in a while, he'll do a skip beat and just pull his feet up and let it glide for a second, and then he'll go back to pushing.
Sorry. Yeah, Sammy starts making wee noises.
Okay.
No great reason. Sorry.
Anything else happening, going on?
Soon. I'm writing, sorry.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
As long as there's nothing super crazy eventful happening, like if I see that there's a good long stretch that doesn't have any obstruction or anything like that, I'm going to like start rereading through the stuff that Alma left for me, and seeing if I can just start trying to see if I can decipher any code that he might have left me in the story or anything like that, because she's not altogether, solid in her noggin.
Make me an intelligence check, Danny.
General intelligence
Yep.
is a plus
At whatever point.
12.
The crow flies through the snow at midnight, and the moon turns purple under the lavender stars.
I feel like I should write this down. Although
chair
it's
is
probably
against the
also
wall.
nothing.
The chair is against the wall.
I found a pattern that doesn't actually exist. Go me.
The eagle is eating the trout.
Okay, what did you
I know who
say?
the moon is.
I don't
I know who
remember.
the moon is.
I'll write it down when I rewatch it.
Okay. Mizuki is going to send
Okay.
to Lars.
Okay.
I almost.
Don't.
I almost.
curiosity kills the
I killed the gummies, they're good. Uh-oh. Cabbage, did Alma ever tell you anything about a lavender moon?
What?
I don't know, I'm killing time while the DM thinks of stuff.
Lavender moon?
Yeah, I think that maybe I found something that he wrote, and I'm thinking maybe he left it for me to try and suss out. Maybe it means something.
He left you a note?
Yeah, he left me a version of the story that he told at the little memorial thing that we did for Adrian.
Oh, it's a very different story.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the story he told at Adrian's was the Firebird.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oops, I didn't read it as a player because I thought it was the other story that I had already heard. But yeah, it's a different story that I will go back and reread again.
It's the story of
Or,
the woman
I
who
guess,
thought
read
the
the
world
first
wasn't
time.
real.
Probably. That's a player oops on my part. I thought it was the same one.
I
Um,
don't think he said anything. But wait, what kind of note is this? Like, did he know he was gonna die?
Yeah,
No.
I don't know because I haven't read it. And I thought I did.
It's fine.
Well, not really. It's more a story. But there was a story and there were a bunch of notes he had taken on things that he was going to make for
Do
me.
you want to look at it?
Yes, please.
I have it right here. Oh, I gotta pass this around.
I can. It's not crazy long. I can actually read it. Follow the caravan road, my boy. Those words were the last. I'm just gonna start reading this out loud because they've got stuff going on. So
Don't look at it.
everything
I will
in his
hurt
body,
you.
he's having to just fight. Follow the caravan road, my boy. Those words were the last sane words anyone ever told me before the world ended. Follow the caravan road. Follow it, I did. Through wastelands strewn with corpses, waterlogged and broken. Follow the caravan road. Wolves prowled the edges of my camp, never far off. Follow the caravan road. Madman, twice my size, quarreled over scraps of gold until both lie dead along the path. Follow the caravan road. My axe bloody and my clothes and skin torn, I continued along the wheel-worn grooves. There we go. Follow the caravan road. I left blood, riches, and a limb on the patch of ground where the caravan should have slept. Follow the caravan road. I realize only now that it didn't matter where the caravan road went. Likely no one knows, but it's easier to walk through this hellscape when you have chosen a direction. Follow the caravan road. And is this part at the end something that he wrote as well? It's a little dark, but I know things can be terrible. But we can pick our route and stick with it together. Remember when we said that we would change things for the better? Now I just need to decide how. I love you. Attached are some... And she'll actually probably keep that part to herself because she still has no idea what he means by that and it confuses her. Attached are some sketches of the rig I am making and the cloak that I have stashed in my room. It should be pretty sturdy and easy to wash. Also, there's a drawing of a new dress, and I just hold it up. It could be a ball gown fit for the capital if you are so inclined. How did this... It sounds like he knew he was going to die.
Kind of.
Right?
I mean, he did say that he was working on things, and it sort of sounded like he was going to keep working on them, so maybe he was just being morbid.
Maybe.
Sounds about right.
I mean, and I guess with our activities, that's fair, right? We don't exactly, follow.
Why haven't we all written wills?
I have nothing to
Mizuki has a
leave.
will.
Of course Mizuki has a will.
I have
Mizuki
not.
absolutely has a will. She probably has it with her.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't exactly have anything to leave. So
I have a pretty dress and a wooden flute.
I've got a dizzy
And
helmet,
my
and I've got an invisible cloak.
Mizuki has a lot.
I don't know. I think he was just being morbid. I don't know that.
Because
I'm kinda mad
I'm
at
reading
him.
this and I'm ciphering this out, and there's something about a lavender moon and a purple cow.
What?
Huh?
Okay, maybe that's just me reaching.
It's just like the first letter of a couple of lines.
I might be reading too much into this.
You've been reading too much into it.
It's like you knew though. When did he take my notebook?
Little shit.
Is it crazy to think that he might have snuck all of that in after he had already gone?
I don't think
know
that's.
much about the
But if anyone could escape, it would probably be Alma.
Just don't say that.
I
Trying to decide where to put him, and he just won't shut up. They're like, "Go back!"
Just leave.
we don't want to. I am more inclined to think that Alma was just trying to send you a nice story that you would find on a bad day.
Maybe so.
Because
Oh,
I
thought
really
put that in there actually.
Hmm?
Never mind. I thought that I wrote that as part of the note that was like, "There's gonna be bad days, and I hope you find this." I guess not.
That might have actually been the first sentence I read. I don't know when you will find this, and my brain skimmed over that part as like
Yeah.
that was for player me to read.
Oh no, no.
So-
he wrote that in there
okay,
too. It was
gotcha.
basically like, I don't know when you're gonna find this, but I hope that it can make a bad day better.
Yeah, I only read the first half of the sentence, so I didn't catch that was actually still writing in the thing. That
yeah,
was my bad.
I think he was just assuming that you were going to have bad days and hoping that you would find that on one of your bad days.
Well, I guess he wasn't wrong. I'm not sure that it made the bad day less bad,
It's fair.
but
I mean, he probably didn't suspect that he was going to be dead at that point.
with him, it's kind of hard to tell.
How?
Freaking
Freaking Alma.
When I get to the afterlife, I'm gonna kick his butt.
I'll help. You'll have earned it. No.
So you guys continue pushing and sledding for the rest of the day.
Yes.
The river does sort of curve back towards the road, but as you get close, you do see that the road is empty, as far as you can see. And before long, you come to the edge of a lake.
Okay, quick thoughts. Do we think the lake is going to be iced over enough to keep moving?
I mean, wouldn't the lake
I
be
look
more
out and
iced
see
than
if
the river?
the lake
I don't
is
know.
mostly frozen or if it's just patches or
Make a
I
perception
can
check.
Check.
Inger
I feel
will
like we
also
should
make
all-
one.
I could check.
Yeah, we should all.
I could do clairvoyance again under
Okay,
the lake.
a 15 for Inger and a dirty 20 for Milo.
Nice.
Probably more
Like-
surefire than.
Go for it.
Yeah. Clairvoyance?
If,
Okay.
if you want to, go for it.
Or
Yeah.
16.
Yeah.
16?
21.
Okay.
21.
I will do clairvoyance under the lake.
Under the sea.
Under the lake.
Yeah.
Under the lake.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, so under the ice.
Interesting. Okay.
He's so cute. Especially
Oh,
when
Yes.
he smiles.
Are you guys? Are you?
I'm pushing.
You're pushing. You don't care.
Killian's busy.
And Killian's busy. Okay. So for everyone who's sort of looking out across the lake, it does appear as though the ice is solid most of the way across. There are in fact snow drifts in places across it.
Can I
Where-
do
where-
it in the middle of the lake?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
That's where I would like to do it.
All right. I will get to that
Okay,
in just
that's
a second.
fine. Yeah,
So,
it takes 10 minutes, so
yeah.
yeah. That's fine.
So obviously it's hard to tell from a distance what the ice is actually going to be like, but it does appear as though it's a solid sheet as far as you can see. Ingir sort of gets a little bit higher, a little bit more elevation to him. He sees pretty much the same thing you do. You just on a whim, you kind of hop down, just like one of those little quick bounces down off the sled and back up. And as you do, you sort of make contact with it, and you feel this. It's not really a shock, but you feel kind of like you feel something sort of connect with the bottoms of your feet and drive up into you. It's like it's almost like you've got a second sense about this kind of thing, and you kind of feel like the ice is substantially thick most of the way across and shouldn't give you any problems. You put your sensor out as far as you can, about a mile off. It's not going to get to the center of the
Okay,
lake because
well,
this is a
it's
big
not
lake.
just somewhere in the middle.
Right.
It's fine. Yeah.
So
just
so
wherever.
it's about a mile off
Okay.
and below the ice.
Okay.
And it pops in, and
I'll do seeing.
there is this sort of otherworldly shimmer of light through the ice. It's this beautiful cerulean blue filtered through the ice. There are no shafts, so there's no open spots. The ice, or the water beneath the ice, is crystal clear, and your vision fades off before you can see the other side, any side, and before you can even see the bottom. So you are sitting there in this sphere of cerulean blue that fades into black below the ice. But you kind of get you do kind of get a feeling that the ice again is sufficiently thick
Okay.
to support you guys.
Okay.
So we keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Okay.
drop clairvoyance then.
Okay. I think this is a good place to stop for the night.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are going to do so, unless anybody else has something they want to do right here at this very moment, as you're hitting the lake.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Mizuki has a note from Mo. That's all. She's going to hand it to him. Sorry.
I'm not sure he can read it as he's pushing.
It's okay. You can read it later.
Or taking care of a child.
Okay. And we're gonna call it there. Pass that note to me if you don't mind.
Yeah.
please.
You can. That's fine.
As the DM, I get to know
Yes.
all.
Yeah.
So we'll call it there for the night,
Okay.
and we will pick this up next week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had an enjoyable time. We will be back next. Actually, will we be back next week? I think.
Yes.
I will
Curious-
be gone. Yeah.
So
I'm not
Curio
here.
will be gone.
We will play it by ear.
Everybody else theoretically should be here. We will have some guests probably
At the very end.
at the very end
It's
floating
their
around.
anniversary, so they will be
Cool.
like out probably for the evening,
Okay.
and they might catch the last.
So we
little bit
may
just
have
watching.
some guests come in at the very tail end of the stream, but barring any announcements on our Discord server, which is here, we will be here at our regular time next week on Monday. We will be short Kyrie, but we will press on and soldier on and do what we have to do. In the meantime, thank you for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. Quick plug, real quick. I've already plugged Discord, so here's the YouTube channel. Or you can just go to YouTube and search for Casual Cactus. Casual with a C, Cactus with a K. I saw that. All of the video content does go up there, so you can always catch up later if you have missed something or had to step away. Thanks for being with us, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember,
Grab your bats and grab your balls.
That was so.
and don't wake the sleeping baby. And always remember that if you have a hammer. Wow, how does it go? If you have a hammer, everything looks like a glass house.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.